Right. Flaps 5. Select 4. Takeoff M1, 89.1. Takeoff, flaps 5. CG 5. 134. 135. 137. Alright. Hey everybody, Captain Shane here, just doing some final cockpit preparation. We are going to be flying the level up 737 over to San Diego from Seattle, and I was just getting a lot of help from my friend Drishel Mac 2, another YouTuber who streams and is again one of the best when it comes to X-Plane 12 add-ons, scenery, all that stuff. And he helped me get this auto ortho thing going. So we're gonna have satellite imagery all the way from Seattle down the coast to San Diego, actually all of North America. So I'm pretty excited about the scenery that we're going to see flying down. It's going to be really pretty. You can already see the satellite imagery here and how crisp and clear it looks. We're going to see this from way up in the sky, and I'm really excited about running auto ortho for the first time tonight. So I just got the FMC set, but let's briefly go over some flight plan type stuff. So here's our flight plan. We've got cost index of 6. We looks like we got about a 38 knot tailwind here. Cruising altitude is going to be 39,000 feet. We've got 19,000 pounds of fuel on board, 36,000 pounds of cargo. A little heavy for us. A little heavier than normal, but still within limits. And here is our route. We're starting up in Seattle and flying through Oregon, down California near Nevada, and coming down into San Diego. And at this time there is ATC there. Who knows how long it'll be there? Hopefully for a while. I'm thinking we'll have them for a while. Should be a really pretty approach, and looking like we're going to be flying the runway 27 approach into San Diego, which I've never done. I've only come in from the east before, not from the west. So this should be a really fun arrival in San Diego. And the weather's minimums are kind of low, so we may just break out just above the minimums for the RNAV approach. Alternate's going to be Ontario Airport in case the weather's too bad here. Alright, final cockpit preparation checklist. Fuel quantity is checked. We got 19,000 pounds of fuel on board. Flight altitude is going to be 39,000 feet. Landing altitude is about 100 feet. FMC is checked and confirmed. We got legs to the left and takeoff on the right. And legs on the left. There we go. Flight directors, auto throttle. Flight directors on left and right. Auto throttle's on. MCP airspeed we're going to set for V2, which is 137. Actually, I can do that here. 137. MCP heading should be the runway heading, which I'll confirm here in a second, but it's about 340. Let's check that. Runway heading is 344. MCP altitude, flight level 390. We're going to be way up there tonight. Hey, altimeters. ATIS is showing 29904. Okay. Auto brakes, RTO. Radios. Let's get the CTAF here for Seattle. CTAF K Seattle. 119.9. 119.9. Let's tune that in now. Okay, nav radios are good. TCAS is set 1543. And that should be our squawk code. Taxi, takeoff, departure brief. Okay. So here we are. We're on ramp cargo 5. We're going to push with the tail facing to the east. And we're going to taxi out left on Alpha. And then a left on Bravo. And we're going to take that all the way down to the south apron. And then we're going to depart on runway 34 on the Suma 2 departure. So the instructions for runway 34 are climb on heading 343 and Seattle radial 341 to cross Nizug at or above 4,000 feet, then a right turn heading 090 for radar vectors to Suma. So once we make this right turn at or above 4,000 feet at Nizug, we'll turn right 090 and then we'll fly direct to Suma and then on course. Okay, before start, checklist. Lower MFDs on engine. APU is coming on. Yaw damper is coming on. Electric hydraulic pumps. Fuel pumps are on. Parking brake. Oops. Now it's set. Okay, just waiting for the AP to fire up. A lot of traffic here today. American Airlines, United Airlines, WestJet. A lot of aircraft here today. Alright, crew. I think we've got the APU generators on or running. So APU generator 1 and 2. Will chocks and age. Alright. Anti-collision lights. Trim air is not installed. Would normally be somewhere in here. Engine bleeds off. APU bleed on. Engine start switch ignition left. ACARS. Make sure we get that on. Load the flight plan. Alright, there's our flight plan. We're loaded in. Let's go here and go flying on VATSIM. Perfect. Alright, push and start clearance. Setup traffic, good afternoon. Alaska 7009. Push and start at cargo 5, tail facing east.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Alright, so this is my second flight ever here using my new NVIDIA RTX 5080 video card. So far it's looking nice and great. No stutters. Got everything turned up quite a bit in the settings and it's looking really good here.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Clear to connect. I'll tell you what, once we get up to cruise, I'm going to treat myself to a gin and tonic. I'm really in the mood for one.
for the info, Seattle Tacoma International, Finnair 34. Pushback can start from south of
Hey,
ramp.
Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
From gate Sierra 3.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, crew, are we ready? Ready for push? Parking brakes released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
All right, crew, we are ready. Another good flight coming up right now. Starting engine number 2. Rotation N2.
United 1224, heavy taxi, runway 34 right to the Bravo.
Low pressure. Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT.
Yeah, traffic, but United 777, United 292.
Okay, good start on engine 2. Starting 1. Rotation N2. Oil pressure's on the rise. Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT.
Seattle traffic, United 2315,
Just
join
about
all
done
flights
here. Go ahead and
at
take the
34
parking
west
brake.
approach and 15 miles to go.
And we're
Seattle.
disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Alright guys, good starts on engines 1 and 2. After start checklist. Engine and wing anti-stop required. Engine bleed. Left and right on. APU bleed is off. Packs. Auto. Isolation valve. Closed. Engine gen breakers 1 and 2. APU. Off.
And Seattle traffic, United 1224 will be departing runway 34 right. Have a great night, everyone. Happy landings, United. Regards from Finnair 34.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright man, see ya. Alright crew, looking for the pin on the right. Taxi checklist. Flaps. 5 set. Stab trim. 5 degrees is set. Takeoff data confirm 134, 135, 137 on the PFD. Takeoff thrust setting is set plus 54. Select temperature DTO. Transponder TARA. Taxi light coming on. Lower MFD system. Okay. Hand signal was good. Alright, let's take a quick look at our oh yeah, get my sunglasses on. Seattle traffic, Alaska 7009, taxi to runway 34 from cargo 5 via Alpha Bravo, Seattle. Alright crew, we're ready to go.
Seattle
Taxi.
traffic, United 2315, final ILS 34 left approach 6 miles. Seattle.
Okay, taxi takeoff departure brief, no updates. Let's roll. Total steering, check left, check right. Brakes, check. Clear on the right, clear on the left. Alright, once I make this turn on a Bravo, we'll do our flight control check here. Wow, look at all these aircraft here. Too bad there's not a controller on right now.
Seattle ground, Finnair 34, pushback and start complete from south ramp, gate 03, and beginning taxi to runway 34 right for takeoff the south ramp and Bravo and to Bravo, holding fun, runway 34 right, Finnair 34.
Okay, bud. Alright, flight controls check. Ailerons left.
Yeah, so United Soul 24
Ailerons right.
Normie, over to unit
Elevator up.
right.
Elevator down.
Lock west, sir.
Rudder left. Rudder right. Flight controls check. Free and clear. Okay, getting a little fast here. I'm on the brakes. Wow, look at Mount Rainier out there. It's so cool. Gotta love it up here. Look at that in the background above those fuel tanks. Mount Rainier out there.
Charter traffic United 2315, runway 34 left, cleared at taxiway Zulu and continue Charlie hot shot of 34 center.
Okay, I see the traffic on final. We're gonna hold short. Company traffic coming in. Alright, set the parking brake. Close windows. Okay. Before takeoff checklist, lower MFD. Off. LNAV, VNAV. Armed. Exterior lights. On. Radar. On. Engine start switches. Continuous. Oh, I think that guy's landing on a different runway. Okay. All right. Well, crew, I think we're ready to go. Let's get ready, man. Seattle traffic. Alaska 7009. Line up and wait on 3-4. We'll let this guy who's landing land before we take off.
Go ahead. Right behind you. Finnair 34. Seattle United 2315 cross 34 center at taxiway Charlie. Seattle. And of course, hot short of 34 right. Are you departing, guys?
Say again.
Are you playing for departing runway 34 right?
A-firm, if you're gonna hold short, we'll take off now.
Okay, we're hot short 34 right, United 2315.
Okay, Seattle traffic, Alaska 709, departing runway 34 right, Suma 2 departure, so on. Okay, takeoff clearance. Takeoff clearance is good. Clock started.
Seattle, Tacoma, Finner 34, holding short runway 34.
Stabilized. Set takeoff
Right,
thrust.
waiting for traffic to pass.
I see the traffic crossing ahead.
$80 knots.
Hold.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
You're up.
Gear up.
Seattle ground traffic, Finner 34, entering runway 34, waiting for takeoff. United 2315, holding short 34 right, waiting for department ready.
1000.
Thank you very much. No problem, sir. Have a nice flight. Yeah, likewise. It's going to be a long one. I'm going to fly to Helsinki. All right, no problem. Probably take a nap. A well-earned one. Seattle traffic, red near 2545, ascending through 9,000 for 7,000, inbound RNAV, G4 left. And yeah, but I'm going to do Seattle, Finner 34, taking off runway 34 right, initial climb, I'll have 4,000, and departure will be at 122, and after that, then after departure, expect flight level 360, departing 363, 4 right. Bye-bye. Yep.
Flaps up.
Seattle traffic United 2315, cross 34 right, and continue taxi Bravo, entry 88 to gate Alpha 4 Alpha. Seattle.
Plane's flying really nice today. Okay, a little bit fast, correcting. I'm flying it by hand and it feels really nice today.
right downwind, 34 left, about a turn left base to final, Seattle.
Okay, autopilot's coming on. Got the takeoff checklist. Landing gear up, lights out, handle off. Flaps and slats are up. Auto brakes off. ICAST no alerts, exterior lights. Engine start switches.
Finnair 34, climbing through 5,400 to level 0, and 1 to departure. Finnair 34.
We were right there.
And switching on to Unicom, 1 to 800, Finnair 34.
Alright, switching over to Unicom. Coming through 16,000. Wow. Okay, center wing fuel pumps off. Altimeter standard. That's the takeoff checklist complete. Wow, look how pretty that looks with this auto ortho. You can like see the trees and the mountains. Wow. screenshot right there. So pretty. Okay, climbing through almost flight level 280 for 390. Got quite a ways to go still. $85 miles till top of descent. Top of climb. I think that's Mount St. Helens right there. Okay, there's flight level 320. I'm pretty sure that is Mount St. Helens there. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Mount Adams. What was I looking at then? And there's Mount Hood. Where's Mount St. Helens at? It shows that I don't know my geography very good, huh? Oh, there it is. Oh, check it out. Check it out. That might be it over there in the distance. No, there it is. Wow. That's so cool. That's Mount St. Helens, guys. Look how the front part of it's blown out. Wow. That is really neat. Look at that. This is why I love flying in the Pacific Northwest, for the scenery up here. That's so cool. So that is Mount St. Helens right there. Lava Dome. And then that's Mount Adams right there. Mount Rainier's behind us, and then a little further south should be Mount Hood. Oh, there's Mount Hood. It would be coming up on the right in a ways. That's Mount Hood right there. Wow. This auto ortho is a big hit, man. What do you guys think about the scenery? Pretty cool, huh? Coming up on flight level 390. It's taking us 20 minutes to get here. Okay, leveling off, flight level 390. All right, time for cruise. We got quite a ways to go. So top of descent now for 700 miles. That's 251. That's an hour and 20 minutes from now. So might as well just kind of get comfy here, guys. We got a little ways to go. Okay. We should be able to see Mount Hood coming up here on the right. There it is. And then Portland is out that way. I don't know if you guys have ever been there or not, but Portland is a really cool city. I love it over there. But you can kind of see Portland Airport way out in the distance right over there. So along that river, the left side is Oregon and the right side is Washington State. So that's kind of like the border right there. You can see the river in the background. And then Mount Hood is here. It's the cinder cone that kind of dominates the terrain features of the Portland area. You can see it from town easily. Well, we got an hour to kill, everybody. What do you want to talk about? Keep me entertained here. Not much to do for the moment. Might go make myself a drink here in a little bit. Then we can talk about some scenery stuff. The auto ortho thing I've been working on today to give us this awesome satellite imagery that we're seeing out here right now. We'll go over that stuff a little bit later. But who do I got out there on the stream tonight? It says I got quite a few concurrent viewers, so speak up and make yourself be known. Tell me who I got watching me tonight. Hey, Otto the Fat. I have not played War Plan Orange because it predates even the original War in the Pacific, and it is really, really dated. The graphics are not very good, and it's just, to me, it's like abandonware. No one plays it. No one's making anything for it. It's just, I mean, it's just a little too archaic for me. So I'm not really into War Plan Orange. I am well aware of it. It's just not something that interests me. It's just a little too old for my liking. I mean, War in the Pacific feels kind of old as it is, but it just holds up so well. War Plan Orange does not. But good question. On my Discord server, people talk about War Plan Orange a lot. They're like, "Hey, does anybody play this still?" And it's crickets. Nobody really plays it, and there's just no support for it. No mods. No community. So I don't really mess with it. Good question. I wonder if SSAO would clean up these shadows. See how they're kind of jagged looking? Let's try that. Graphics. Let's try ambient occlusion, see if that does anything for us. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't break something. Maybe that was a mistake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, please don't tell me I crashed it. Whew. Alright, that did absolutely nothing for us. So let's just put that back off. I don't even know what that's supposed to do. Oh man, I think I need to stop messing with the graphics settings in flight. Ugh. Yeah, no more messing with that stuff. Yeah, let's not mess with that again. Alright. No more messing with graphics settings in flight, dude. I'm gonna screw something up and really mess it up. Oh wow, a lot of ATC on tonight. Look at this. I don't even think I've ever seen these guys on before. Why is it different colors? So there we are, heading into San Diego. San Diego's on. SoCal approach is on. I hope they stay on, because if we get down there, we'll go to the SoCal approach and then San Diego approach after that. Alright, I'm gonna go pour me up a drink, some Bombay Sapphire and some Fever Tree tonic water. You guys have the aircraft. When I come back, I want to talk to you about Auto Ortho and my friend Drischel Mac 2. Be right back. Your aircraft. Hey, Fish Boy, how you doing, man? Sorry, I was in the galley making myself a drink because we got about an hour before we start heading down. I'm doing good. Are you new to my channel? Your name doesn't look familiar to me. I'm having a gin and tonic, Bombay Sapphire with some Fever Tree tonic water. Ooh, oh, that's strong. Who mixed this? Oh my god. I think I put a little too much gin in that. Oh man, we're gonna be litty. Yeah, the more you guys that are talking in the chat, the faster this will go. Faster the time will pass. So, before the stream, I was working on setting up something new for my scenery because I've neglected it for so long because my video card prior till now just couldn't handle much. But now that I have a good video card, I wanted to get some better scenery going here. So I am now running auto ortho, and I gotta tell you, I'm really loving it. And the only way I was able to figure this stuff out, because I am not really good with all the add-on additional things that X-Plane needs. I'm not good at that stuff, so I went to my friend's channel. I shouldn't call him my friend. I like the guy, but I don't know if he considers me a friend. Yeah, professional acquaintance. Anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. If you guys are new to X-Plane 12 or you haven't really gotten anything going with scenery yet, I highly recommend you look into Auto Ortho 0.7.2 and you go see this guy here, Drischel Mac 2. I've been mentioning him a lot on my streams lately because his Discord and his channel have really been helping me out. I consider him one of the foremost experts on X-Plane 12 add-ons, third-party stuff, scenery gen, meshes, all that stuff. And I watched this video, followed his instructions, and I was able to get this running to have this really nice scenery going on here in X-Plane 12. So if you're not on there yet, by all means, please go check out Drischel Mac 2's YouTube channel, because he's really, again, if you want to know about add-ons and that kind of stuff, this is who you need to go see. If you just like flying and the procedures and checklists and things, I think I'm pretty good at that. That's what you want me for. But if you want to learn how to make X-Plane 12 look better, run better, have all the cool little gizmos and gadgets, Drischel's got you covered. And he also has a Discord server, which I highly recommend y'all check out, Drischel Mac 2. If you want to join it, you can just go to his YouTube channel, and in video descriptions there'll be a link to his Discord server. So by all means, come to mine too, because I'd love to have you there. But if you're looking for more purely X-Plane 12 flight sim stuff, he's the guy to see. So anyway, this is what we got now, and I really like it. Like, look at it's all photorealistic satellite imagery, like this lake coming up here. Let's see what that is. Let's see if we can find that on our map. Oh, you couldn't get, you couldn't make it work, huh? Did you watch that video? You should check out that video if you haven't. What I upgraded was my video card. I went from my RTX 3080 to an RTX 5080. Yeah, it's really nice. And this is the first day that I'm using it. It looks good. So we see a lake coming up, and I believe it's this lake right here. It's at the Oregon and California border. Lakeview Lake, okay. I guess. I see there's an airport nearby. Yep, there's the airport. Yeah, I did. I did upgrade graphics settings. I turned everything up. So I turned a lot of my sliders up a lot higher than they were. And it's just, I have more frames at 4K, better graphics, and it's just, there's no no stuttering. So the only thing I need to figure out are these shadows. That's one thing that I've always had issues with in X-Plane 12 were the shadows. I need to play around with this more because I'm having a lot of issues with shadows for sure. Oh, Goose Lake. Goose Lake. Okay. Thank you, Otto. Goose Lake. Yeah, I do love flying out of Seattle. I don't know how long you've been on stream, Sierra, but flying out, we got beautiful views of Mount Rainier, Mount Hood, Mount Adams, and Mount St. Helens. I took a few screenshots as we were flying. The Pacific Northwest is one of my favorite places to fly in. And Alaska's been really pretty. The last few days I've been flying have been up in Alaska, and it's been absolutely gorgeous. In fact, probably Thursday I'm going to be... I kind of left the 737 up at Kotzebue, Alaska. I'm going to need to fly that back to Anchorage, probably on Thursday night. Tomorrow night, my girlfriend's coming over, so she's not too keen on this stuff. So I probably won't be flying tomorrow night, but definitely going to fly on Thursday night and recover the 737 that I left up at Kotzebue down to Anchorage. And it's been really pretty up there. I had to step away for a minute because I was sitting here in my office and something was stinking so bad. It just smelled like something died or something rotten. And I'm looking around and I'm looking at my dog, and she's looking at me, and I sniffed her and she just smelled horrendous. I had to go put her butt outside. I don't know what she got into outside in my backyard, but she's, woo. As soon as I land, I'm gonna give her a bath because she's awful. Oh my god. I have an acre backyard and I have some livestock. I think she kind of got into something with the livestock because she smells awful. Anyway, it has nothing to do with me flying right now. Sierra, I'm looking to come up to Seattle here in the next year or so, just on a little getaway. I love it up in the Pacific Northwest. I love Seattle. I love Renton. I love it all. In fact, when I retire someday, I think I want to move to Washington State because I actually love the doom and gloom. I love rain. I love misty, overcast skies. I could live like that my whole life. I don't like living in Southern California where it's hot all the time and we don't get any rain and we get like 2 seasons. I think I want to live in Washington State near the near Puget Sound or something. I was talking to my girlfriend about that, and she's like, "Have fun. If we're still together by then, don't expect me to come with you." She's a sun girl. She likes summer, hot summers by the pool, bright sun, cloudless skies, and I like the doom and the gloom. So, either way, I do want to take her up to Seattle in the next year or so, just for a few days, because I just love it up there so much. I like Portland, Seattle, all that Pacific Northwest stuff is, love it. All right, guys, looks like we're finally getting our forecast and tailwind here. Getting a nice little push. All right, Otto, where you at, man? Let's see if we can identify some more land masses here. Or there's another lake up here. What's this lake over here? It's got a pretty big main body with the tributary on the bottom, and it looks like there's another lake on the other side of a mountain range. Or is this Goose Lake? Oh, I guess that... Okay, what was the lake I was looking at? This one. Oh, okay. So this is the lake that I'm talking about. Then this is the Goose Lake here. The lake that I was looking at before was up here. I'm sorry. That makes more sense. Upper Alkali Lake. This is Goose Lake then. Okay. Alright, let me know when you come up to visit. Oh yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, I'll let you know, Sierra. It's just hang out on my hang out on my Discord server. I'm usually pretty open about my travel plans on there. Yeah, I hang out with you. The last time I went up to Portland, I met a guy from my Discord server that me and him were playing War of the Pacific together, and we had a little a meeting together because he lived up there in Portland. So I do like meeting people that I acquaintances with online. I think it's pretty fun. Oh, yep, that Upper Alkali Lake. You can tell that it dries up occasionally. You see that? But it looks like because of all the rain for the season, the current satellite image shows it having water. Because this is all satellite imagery. It's all real stuff. So at some point here, there would have had to have been water in this lake for the satellite to catch this image. And we're getting a nice little geography lesson as we fly, aren't we? I like geography and I like geology. So get this. Many years ago, when I was in college, I went to Cal State San Bernardino, and I did not understand it at the time, but it actually has a great geology program. So I'm going there for public relations, and I'm killing it, man. I'm taking like 24 units a quarter. I'm on track to graduate in under 3 years. And I was knocking out my hard classes first, and in my third year, as I'm getting ready to get done, I had to take a few 101 classes. And one of the 101 classes that I took was Geology 101. And as I'm taking the class, I immediately realized that I had picked the wrong major, because I was fascinated by geology. I love that class. I had such a great time in there, and I really regretted not being a geology major from the start, because I feel like I was better at that than what I was going to college for. But I was already so far into it, I was like, I'm not changing majors 2 years in, because that just defeats the purpose. So I ended up not taking anything more than that Geology 101 class, but I really liked it. Just out of curiosity, how's the stream look for everybody? Because I'm at 4K right now, and I am currently streaming at 24,000 kilobits per second, which is a pretty robust bit rate. And this is at 1440p. So I'm curious how it looks. I'm thinking it should look really good if you have good internet for it. Okay, looking like 50 minutes till top of descent. So 40 minutes, let's see, 2:45 Zulu will start our descent planning. Good, looks great. That's what I like. Yeah, according to OBS, I have 0 dropped frames. This thing actually works better with the higher bit rate than it does with a lower one. So this is actually really cool for me that it works so well. Hey, I see an aircraft on TCAS. Let's see who that is. Okay. Delta 64 from Las Vegas to Seattle. A Delta A350. 40,000 feet, about 1,000 above. So I definitely need to work on these shadows, man. That's something that's not working for me. These jaggedy shadows. See if Drishel can help me figure that out. Alright, here we go. Do not waste your money on the AnyBuilds A350. Oh, I know. I've been following it on YouTube. It doesn't seem like it's that great. Sierra, I couldn't agree with you more, man. I actually got Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 gifted to me for Christmas, and I downloaded it, and I immediately purchased the PMDG 777F, and I tried so hard to love it because it looks pretty. It looks nice on the inside. The systems modeling is very good, but as soon as I started flying it, I just realized this thing it's no good. I did not enjoy the experience at all. The plane selection is fantastic, but the planes are handicapped for being inside a Microsoft Flight Simulator. I can't get on it. So if I'm gonna fly a 777, it's gonna be the Flight Factor 777. I'm waiting for them to release a freighter variant because that's what I'm interested in. What is it missing exactly? Because you seem to be in the minority. A lot of other people say that it's far more complete. So what do you think it's missing? Well, P3D is a dead project, a dead program. With it's done for. So that thing is so 2000 and late. And all of those features that you mentioned that are missing by the Flight Factor are things that they've already admitted to that are still in work. So it's not like they're never going to be there. They just haven't implemented them yet. And the reason being is it's hard to code that stuff. It's coded by hand. They got to write all that stuff. It takes time to get all that right. So they're working on it, and it'll get done when it gets done. It's not like it won't be there. Oh, check this out. Apparently, I'm not the only one who's complaining about cockpit shadows in X-Plane 12. Q8 pilot allegedly has a a video on how to fix the jagged edges in X-Plane 12 cockpits. So I'll have to watch this after we get done. Let me see, what does he say here? Okay. Huh. Wow. Oh man, I can't wait to run that and try that out. So that's how we can fix these cockpit shadows, huh? Oh good, now I know. They bugged me since I've had this game, and now all of a sudden I'm gonna find out how to fix them. It only took me a year. Times have changed, my dude. P3D is just old stuff. All that stuff will come to X-Plane 12 in good time, man. In due time. Just be patient. We'll get all those good things. How are we looking here? Oh, 28 minutes till top of descent. Alright, we're getting close, guys. We're getting close. We're getting there. Yeah, it is a little surprising, huh? That there's no 787 that's really high quality yet. I'm sure that will be the change. I think Flight Factor's working on one. An updated modern one for X-Plane 12. Yeah, the Magnite thing is, I think it's universally understood to be nothing that you want. So the nice thing about the Dash 8, the Dash 9, and the Dash 10 is that a lot of the systems are identical. The only thing you have to adjust is a little bit of the flight dynamic stuff for weight and balance and engine thrust. So if you can get the 788 going, the 789 and the 78, the 710, I guess, it won't be hard to do. Little tweaks in a little bit different model, but the systems are essentially identical. So you get 3-for-1 deal on that. Yep, I'm sure they can copy a lot of that stuff over. I'm definitely looking forward to it, but I'm not going to buy the 777 for X-Plane until it's the freighter variant, because it just doesn't make sense. And honestly, I don't know when that's going to be, because they're working on the 200ER, and the F is based on the 200LR, which is a different plane. It's a much different plane than the ER, so they're gonna want to release a 200LR and then base the freighter off of that. So I don't think we're gonna see the freighter for a long time, which is a shame, because I just can't stomach Microsoft Flight Simulator to get the PMDG. I have it. I just can't. I can't enjoy it. So I spent the money for it. I wish I could just kind of resell it or give it away. I'm pretty sure that's illegal, though, so I won't even talk about that here. The freighter is based off a 200LR, though, which has a lot different performance. Has completely different engines. It has GE90s on it. And I don't know that they've showed any GE90s yet for ER. I think it has a different wing, too. There's just a lot about it that are different. But I do want the freighter. I'll pay money for the freighter. Absolutely. Alright, I see top of descent coming up on my nav screen here. We're getting close, guys. So in 20 minutes we'll do our descent planning. Arrival stuff. Yeah, I know. Yeah, GE90-94s are a much different engine than the 115Bs. Anyway, yeah, we don't need to get into that nerd stuff right now, but you get the differences. Wow, I'm getting a real nice tailwind right now. Nice push here. Let's see, where are we at right now? Okay, so... Oh, Mono Lake. I know this area pretty well. Lee Vining, I've been here many times. So I'm from California, so my ex-wife, her family used to have a house in Bridgeport, so we would go up here a lot. This is Highway 395 right here. I remember that. I remember this part of it. Mono Lake. Let's see if we can see Mono Lake. I know this area really well. Yeah, there it is. That's cool. Oh, down here is Yosemite. Sorry. Yosemite should be down here in this area. Maybe we can see Half Dome. Yeah, there's Mono Lake. And then Lee Vining is over here. And then Bridgeport's back that way. Twin Lakes, all that stuff. Pretty cool. Now, so Yosemite should be around here somewhere. Oh, Mammoth is there. Alright, let me see if I can see where Half Dome would be. So that should be Yosemite. There's Bishop. This should be Yosemite here. I don't know where Half Dome would be though. Oh well. It's in here somewhere. Let's just enjoy the view for now. Bye, Mono Lake. It's probably in these shadows somewhere. I wonder if we're gonna fly over my hometown. So there's this is Fresno. Oh, I was wrong. Okay. This is where Yosemite's at. I think. Kettle Dome, Spanish Mountain, Volcanic Cone, Lost Peak, Half Mountain, Hall Mountain, Power Dome. It's got to be in here somewhere. Yeah, that's in here. Where's El Capitan at then? It's gotta be in here somewhere. I just don't know Yosemite well, but it's gotta be in here somewhere. El Capitan. Oh well. Oh well. I'll check it out later. Oh man, we're getting close. Getting close, guys. Okay. 8 minutes. 8 minutes, we'll talk about hitting down. Hey, Canada man. Hey, oh, Shane, the other Shane. Yeah, dude, when I was flying into King Salmon about 2 or 3 days ago in Alaska, it was horrible weather. I had to go around because the minimums were really low, and as I broke through, my approach was just crap. So I had a lot of bad weather in Alaska the last couple days, but I should have some decent weather going into San Diego. Speaking of which, probably not a bad idea to look at that right now. Looks like all the ATC may have bailed on us in San Diego, but that's okay. I don't need them. Here's the weather at San Diego right now. Landing and arriving on 27. Information Delta. Wind 2 and 0 at 6. Not too bad. Few clouds at 1,800 feet. Alright. Broke at 3,100. So we have kind of low ceilings there. Altimeter 3000. RNAV. We're going to use the RNAV. I think we're using RNAV Zulu. Yep. So kind of low ceilings, but we'll break out of it in time to make the runway. Yeah, I had ATC planned going into San Diego too, but they bailed as well. That's okay. Like I said, I don't need them. I'll show you how to do this stuff without ATC. You don't need it. We can start prepping right now by getting the CTAF frequency ready. Yeah, San Diego ground, LAX tower, but no approach or center. 118.3. So what we'll do also, it looks like San Diego ground is online. The 123.9, we'll put it over here. And no ATIS for San Diego yet. Yep, .ctaf. You can, it's either for X Pilot or V Pilot if you're on Microsoft Flight Simulator. .ctaf, and then the ICAO code for the airport. If there is a CTAF, it'll tell you right here what it is. Sometimes there is no CTAF, in which case you're just going to use Unicom for that, which is 22.8. Look at that trim, baby. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, oh, oh. Oops. Wrong button. Sorry about that. Alright. Let's start figuring this out. Alright, so landing data. Current weight is 129.1. Current fuel on board is 8.9, so minus 2,000 pounds. So let's call it 127 on the landing weight. Landing weight is 127. Well, apparently there's no procedure for San Diego. I don't get that. Well, that sucks. Can't use this. So we'll just have to do our best estimate. So let's call it 130. We'll call it 132 for the VREF. So 137 approach speed. Runway length is 9,000 feet, so I think auto brakes 1 is just fine. And there's a displaced threshold here, so we'll be touching down here. I think auto brakes 1 will be enough. We can always go max manual braking if we need to. Arrival and approach briefing. Okay. So we're on the Comics 2 RNAV arrival. Coming in from Hulk, which is depicted here. We've got crossing restrictions at Legend, Comics, Lantern, and Clawman, and NATO. So at above 9,000 here. 6,000, 6,000 at 210 knots at Klommen. Oh, DCA. I get it. Joker, Gambit, Legend, Comics, Flash, Lantern, X-Man. I don't know who that's supposed to be. K. Lawman? 6,000, 6,000. Okay, so that's all in there. So let's talk about the approach we're gonna fly, because I've never flown this approach before. This is the RNAV Zulu runway 27 approach. So from NATO, we're gonna go to Lindy, which is the initial approach fix. We need to be at 5,000 feet. Then at Vida, we go down to 4,000 feet. And at Seye, we're down to 3,200 feet. And then we start our step down. So CJ or whatever, 2,700. The final approach fix is Toko at 2,000 feet. Then we pick up a 3.5 degree glide path down to the runway threshold. And the reason being is there's a building here called the Laurel Building, which I was actually just at 2 weeks ago in San Diego for real. And it's in the way of the runway, so that's why the threshold is so displaced, to give you the glide path to go down above it. Alright. Decision altitude is 624 feet. Barrow. In the event of a missed approach, it's going to be climbing to 2,500 on track 275 to Sargs and hold, which is straight out ahead. For the purposes of this, we'll probably plan on flying a left close traffic pattern to come back around and land again. MSA for runway 27 threshold is 5,400 feet. And Lindbergh Tower is 118.3, which we already got. That's the CTAF frequency. RVR is 1.5 statute miles visibility, which we should have. One last check of the weather here. The wind is 2106, 10 statute miles visibility, few clouds at 1,800 feet. So slightly obscured, but not too bad. Okay, coming up on top of the descent here pretty quick. About 7 minutes. You can kind of see that marine layer starting to form up here in California, Southern California. Because actually here where I live, it's been rainy and overcast all day. So this weather tracks with what it's been like. And this is what my hometown looks like. I'm from Barstow, California originally, and it's in the desert. The Mojave Desert. So, oh, Tehachapi. Yep. I've been through Tehachapi. This is Highway 58 right here. I've been through there a lot. I actually flew a glider over here once before at Tehachapi Valley Airport. I flew a glider out of here. It was a Piper Pawnee that was towing the glider, and it was a Grove glider with a long wingspan. And my hometown is right here, Barstow, California. Oh yeah, look at that overcast layer down there. There's Lancaster and Palmdale Airport right there. Alright crew, getting ready for top of descent. Coming up here pretty quick. 2 minutes. Once I hear the chime, we'll dial in the lower altitude and we'll start down. It's been a good flight so far. Real quiet. There it is. Reset MCP altitude. Gladly. We'll set it down to 10,000 feet for now. Alright, crew. Throttles to retard. Heading down. Webcam coming on. Alright, crew, we're heading down. Still no ATC, just ground. Throttles at idle. What was that? What was that altimeter setting again? I don't recall. Oh yeah. Hey, so Canada Man just shared with me his navigraph there. Look at that weather that he had to navigate around. That's some intense stuff. Alright, let's confirm the weather again. Wind 2104, scattered at 2300, so the ceilings are coming up. Altimeter 3001. Yeah, that'll be a while till we have to set that in. So far, so good. Heading down. Alright, crew, I'm gonna step away real quick to the galley to grab something. You have the aircraft, I'll be right back. Everything looking good. On profile, on speed. All right, crew. I'm back in the seat. Still looking good here. Had to get some gummy bears. Some of my kids' leftover Easter candy from Grandma. Yep, Canada Man is one of my hub mates over at the Hamilton hub on UPS Virtual Air Cargo. So if you guys are looking for a virtual airline, come over and make sure you apply to the Hamilton hub. I'm a good boss. I'm the best boss. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Looks like it's about to get pretty soupy in here pretty soon. So we're actually over the water now. Can't even tell because the clouds are below us. So we're over the Pacific Ocean. There's Santa Catalina Island. I've been there many times. The town is called Avalon, and it's right over here. Cool little tourist area, place to go to. I like this place. I've taken many a women here over the years. Sorry. Oh, we got Tower and ASUS. Okay. Tower and ASUS on at San Diego. Let's get the ASUS first. Crap. I need to get a pen. Let's see, ASUS is on 134.8. Let's grab that real quick while we have time.
Visibility 10. 2,300 standard. Ceiling 3,600 brooks. Temperature 17. 2.11. Altimeter 3001. Localizer. R9. And visual approach is in use. Landing and departing runway 27. Permission-based X system in use. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Rethink all runway hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information at Echo.
Echo. Okay. Speed brakes extend.
Lineberg Field HS information Echo 0251 Zulu. Web 210 at 4.
It got a little faster. Speed brakes are extended. And then towers on 118.3. Okay, altimeters 3001. Engine ignition switches continuous. Speed brakes retract. Dark down there. Can't even see much. I do kind of see the California coastline now. See that? Some beaches over there. And the PCH right there. Where are we at right now? I know this area well because I live around here. Oceanside, okay. I know Oceanside. Been there many times. Okay, speed brakes. Retracted. There's 13,000 feet there. Okay, getting some data for RNAV runway 23. That's the distance from the threshold there. We can't see it, but San Diego's down there in the clouds somewhere. There's an American Airlines 747-400 straight ahead. Yes, RNAV Zulu. RNAV Zulu, runway 27. Alright, speed. Yep, you came back just in time, man. We're passing through 11,000 feet now. Let's go exterior lights. Approach checklist complete.
1,000 go.
Okay. Continue down. 2,000 feet. Speed brakes track. I'm drinking water now. I'm done with the gin. I think I need to sober up for the landing. Okay, we're through 10,000 feet. We start decel now. Do see some ground contact out there. That looks to be San Diego right there. I've always had the American voice. I don't like the British one because I'm not from there. It's just the American one. Oh, I am the boss, right? Aren't I the boss? I am the boss. There's San Diego right there. It's a 747-400 that just landed there. That's kind of a small airport for that plane. And what's more, his flight plan said he was landing at the LAX, so I don't know what he's doing here. Oh well, not my business, right? My own business. I'm gonna go ahead and tune in Lindbergh Tower now. Yeah, that's possible. He very well may have. He may have diverted. Hey, decel. Let's go ahead and lower the HUD now. I want to have that on. I don't think we're going to need speed brakes again, so we can go ahead and arm those. Auto brakes 1 is set. Look at this sky. All right, so we're gonna fly vectors here. And then I'm going to go ahead and go direct to, I'm going to go heading select. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's fly 085, heading select. So we can make that turn on the Lindy a little easier. So, Sierra, I'm the hub manager in UPS Virtual Air Cargo. I am assigned to the Hamilton hub because I took that job as a promotion. So, I'm not Canadian, but for the promotion to chief pilot, I took a job in Hamilton, Ontario for that job. I am clearly not Canadian, but to get a chief pilot position, I wanted to do that. All right, let's go direct to Lindy. Insert. Let's go LNAV. Let's go flaps 1. Speed 180. Actually, let's go flaps 5. Speed 180. Lindbergh Tower, good evening. Alaska 7009 on the RNAV Zulu, runway 27 approach.
Alaska 79, Lindbergh Tower, good evening, wind 2104, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear land 27, Alaska 7009. Well, Bravo Romeo, it doesn't, but if you, there's cargo paint jobs for it. And if you just play around with the weight and balance, you can make it simulate more or less the Boeing convertible freighter. So that's how I do it. Okay, DME 17 from the runway. So we're gonna have to fly the VNAV path down below the minimums because we got a cloud layer we got to get through here. Hopefully we don't bust the minimums trying to get into it. There's no ILS for the runway 27 at San Diego. Coming left. Now we need to start down here pretty quick. Okay. So this is the RNAV Zulu. About to start down here in just a second. Although I do feel like the autopilot is hunting this a little bit. Alright. It was. Alright, speed 160. Gear down. Flaps 15. Alright, let's start decelerating down to the approach speed 137. Speed brakes. Okay, about to go through this layer. Flaps 30. Alright, before landing checklist, landing gear down, 3 green. Spoiler handle is armed and extended. Trying to get back on a vertical path here. Auto brakes are 1. Flaps and slats, flaps 30.
$2,500.
ICAS, no alerts. Landing clearance, clear to land. Waiting to break through. Okay, runway in sight. Autopilot's coming off. Auto throttle. Approach heading is set. Pitch post altitude set. Alright guys, I got this.
$1,000.
A little bit low, correcting. Okay, back on the Pappies.
$500. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Alaska 7009, turn left on airport contact around 084 and on 126.9, have a good night.
80 knots.
Manual braking.
Alaska 7009.
Go for Alaska 7009.
Alaska 7009, turn left on airport contact around 123.9, have a good night.
239 for Alaska 7009, so long.
See ya.
Alright, let's stop here. Alright, after landing checklist, spoilers. Retract, flaps. Auto brakes off. Radar off. Landing lights, taxi lights on. Runway turn off. Strobe lights are off. Engine start switches off. APU off. Clock off. And the stab trim is on. Alright, over to ground. Limber ground, good evening. Alaska 7009 is clear. Runway 27. Taxi to the cargo ramp, please. Did I get ground? Alright, let's try that again. 3.9. Alaska ground, correction. Limber ground, Alaska 7009 did not copy your last. Did you get my request to taxi to the cargo ramp?
Oh, I'm sorry. Alaska 7009, Limber ground, taxi to the cargo ramp via Bravo, hold short runway 27 at Bravo, Charlie 4.
Okay.
Bravo 4.
Okay, taxi to the cargo ramp via Bravo, hold short 27 at Bravo 4, Alaska 7009. Alright, I get some air in here. It's a little stuffy.
Ground, American 53 Heavy, here for push and start.
American 53 Heavy, ground is uncontrolled. Advise holding short of Bravo with information Echo.
Information Echo is on board, and you said hold out Bravo after pushing back.
And American 53 Heavy, correct. Yeah, hold short of Bravo. Give me a call for the taxi.
Roger.
Anyway, it was a 196. I'll take 196. I'm happy with that. 196. Yeah, I wasn't very hard on the brakes, Juliet. I had auto brakes 1 in there. There's no need. I paid for all the runway. I'm going to use it all.
American 53 Heavy, ready for taxi.
American 53 Heavy, Limber ground, taxi runway 27 via Bravo.
27 via Bravo for American 53 Heavy. You said departure frequency is 126.52, correct?
Affirmative, 12652 will be SOCAL for departure.
Roger, thank you so much. Just wanted to make sure I was right on that.
Yeah, your timing was great. Tower is up and SoCal's up now.
Beautiful.
Here's Bravo 4.
Kind of crazy how all that played out.
Alaska 7009, cross runway 27 on Bravo 4, taxi to the ramp via Charlie 4 and Foxtrot.
Okay, cross 27 at Bravo 4. Taxi to the ramp via Charlie 4 Foxtrot. Correction, Alaska 7009. Alright, I think I'm looking for a marshaller somewhere. Right there. Ah! I got you, bud. Alright, parking checklist, transponder. Off. APU generator. Fuel switches. Packs. Off. Trim air not installed. Window heat. Probe heat. Yaw damper. Electric hydraulic pumps. Anti-collision lights. Fuel pumps. Anti-ice is not on. IRS's. Nose light. Wheel chocks. Ground power unit. Okay, parking brake released. Ground power on. APU off. Oh, that was okay. My first time that was my first time landing at San Diego from the west. The last time I flew in here.
Sorry if I'm taking a while. I'm looking over flight plans. Oh, it's no big deal. Take your time.
The last time that I was at San Diego, I landed from the east, not from the west. So that has an ILS approach. So this was my first time doing the RNAV 27. All right, I'll check my PMs here in a little bit. Here we go. So what happened here as I was coming around is the aircraft started tracking back towards Lindy. So I don't know what that was, but it started trying to do another loop here. So I had to quickly intervene and go direct to the next waypoint, and it threw off my vertical guidance, and it threw off the LNAV track. That's what this little turn was. We should have rolled out straight in for 27, but once I got that resolved and I broke through the clouds, I turned off the autopilot. I was about here. We flew her down, touchdown zone, I landed about here. I was aiming for the piano keys right here, but I landed somewhere in here. Actually, you know what? Here's what we'll do. Let's watch the replay. Let's watch the replay. But I'm going to go ahead and log off of VATSIM for that because they don't like it when you're doing replay on VATSIM. So let's see exactly where we touched down. Dev, hello, man. I just landed at San Diego, but we're going to watch the replay to see how close I got to the piano keys here. So let me go ahead and log off of VATSIM. Let me make sure my PIREP is filed. Oh yeah, there she is. Minus 196 in the touchdown. Speed was 134. A little bit fast. My VREF calculated was 132. So we landed 2 knots fast. But the landing rate was acceptable. So let's watch the replay and see exactly where I touched down at. Let's go. Let's see. Toggle replay mode. Let's try this out, guys. All right. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Okay. Headphone warning. Headphone warning. Yeah, a little floaty, you're right. Yeah, floated. Yeah, that was a little floaty, you're right. Yeah, that was definitely floaty. I wanted to touch down right about here. Right here is where I wanted to be. Alright, so quite a bit long for sure. You're right, it was very floaty. That's why I had to use up so much runway to land, because I didn't get that right. I'll tell you what, with this new video card, these replays look really, really good. Before, with my old video card, it was super stuttery, and the replay was really buggy. So, the 5080 definitely helps with the replay mode. Alright guys, well, I need to work on my touchdown zone stuff. Vertical path wasn't great on that, but we got down safe, we used up enough runway, didn't break the plane, got the cargo delivered. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now. Thank you guys so much for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I probably won't be flying tomorrow night, but in 2 nights I intend to fly back from Kotzebue, Alaska in a 737 back down to Anchorage. And after that, I'll probably hang up the 737s for a little bit, give them a break, and get back in MD-11, 757, and start learning the A321 again. I actually met up with a guy on Reddit. He's a type-rated A320 pilot from Poland, and he wants to do shared flight. So what I want to do is get with him and do some shared flight stuff on VATSIM in an A321 and show it on YouTube for you guys. I'll learn how to fly the plane better because he knows how it works better than I do. So look forward to that within the next week or so. Some shared flight with a real A320 type-rated pilot in the TOLUS A321. That should be fun. But I got one more flight to do in the 737-700, and then we're going to put it away for a bit. I got lots of other stuff to fly in the meantime. Till then, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Shane, to answer your question, I have the RTX 5080, which is more than enough for what I need. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.